मस्तानी एक योद्धा थी, बहुत ही इंस्पायरिंग कैरेक्टर रहा है मेरे लिए। वो एक नर्चरर थी, एक लवर थी, एक माँ थी, एक दोस्त थी, एक बेटी थी। और जब मैं इस किरदार को पर्दे पर निभा रही थी, मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा इंस्पिरेशन लगा और कहीं ना कहीं मुझे लगा कि ये कैरेक्टर जो है बहुत ही रिलेटेबल है। जैसे मैंने पहले कहा था कि कहीं ना कहीं हम सब के अंदर एक मस्तानी छुपी हुई है, हर एक औरत के अंदर। ऑफ कोर्स आज हम तलवार लेके हम एक लिटरली एक बैटल फील्ड पर हम नहीं जाते, पर जो सिचुएशंस हम रोज़ ऑन अ डे टू डे बेसिस जो हम फेस करते हैं, to be able to face those challenges, I think the kind of mental strength that we need, the kind of willpower that we need, and I think the determination that women have, जब भी हम कुछ चाहते हैं हम जी जान लगा के हम अचीव करते हैं. So I think these are the qualities that make मस्तानी a very very relatable character. And most importantly, I think जब हम सिनेमा घरों से निकलेंगे, कहीं ना कहीं एक दिल को छूने वाली कहानी है, एंड डेफिनेटली हम इंस्पायर होकर निकलेंगे. मैंने पहले भी किया है, मैंने एक फिल्म की थी आशुतोष गोवारिकर के साथ, खेले हम जी जान से. अनफॉर्चुनेटली वो फिल्म चली नहीं, पर जब वो फिल्म मैं कर रही थी तब भी मुझे लगा कि वो एक बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट कहानी है जो हम व्यूअर्स तक हम पहुंचाना चाहते थे. पर मैंने आई हैव डन अ हिस्टोरिक फिल्म. यस, आई एम सो एक्साइटेड.
क्या बात है, तालियां. ये बात Deepu, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, it was a complete surprise. I didn't know because usually they get in touch with you to find out certain details. So when this came out, I was pretty excited. Yeah, thank you.
वो जो मैंने मल्हारी गाने में सैंडल्स पहने थे ना, वो बहुत कूल थे, तो वो मैंने रख लिए.
I think I'd like to take away all the costumes that Anju Modi created for me. I think with some of the films that, some of the characters that I've portrayed in some of my films, I have been able to, thanks to the amazing designers that I've worked with, created some very memorable looks. Like in Om Shanti Om, you know, the fuchsia pink one became really popular. In Cocktail, some of those skirts became really popular. So hopefully with Bajirao Mastani again, you know, and I think the best time to tell is the wedding season, because suddenly all the brides want to start looking like that. And I think especially the look from Deepika Mastani has become a huge hit, because we've been on some reality shows, and a lot of those characters on the reality shows come dressed like Mastani. So it's quite exciting.
Not just that, actually, when Diwani Mastani came out, I think a couple of weeks later, you know, that look became so popular, the Gana became so popular, that there was a wedding in Delhi from a family friend, and जो लड़की की मम्मी थी, उन्होंने full performance किया है दीवानी मस्तानी पे, by the way, dressed like Mastani with the nut and the hat and everything. Was very impressive. So I think she's right, that look has really caught on, and credit to Anju Modi, Delhi-based designer again. Absolute brilliant talent, very warm, humble lady. I don't think she's aware of her own artistry. She's just so amazing. I've been wearing a lot of her in promotions as well. All those skirts you see me wear, that's actually Anju Modi's doing. So she's absolutely a brilliant person to work with. She worked with Deepika during Ram Leela as well. She's dressed up Priyanka, myself and Deepika in this film. And trademark of Sanjay Leela Bhansali's films, the costumes, you know, in a costume drama, always something to look forward to. So tip my hat to Anju ji, really brilliant work. हमारे डायरेक्शन टीम ने हमें एक डॉकेट प्रोवाइड किया था कैरेक्टर्स के बारे में विद ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन, तो उसको मैं प्रेप स्टेज में बिल्कुल पी गया. ऑफ कोर्स सारे जो मेरी इंफॉर्मेशन, मेरे क्यूज थे मेरे कैरेक्टर के लिए, मुझे स्क्रिप्ट में मिले जो हमारे प्रकाश कपाडिया साहब ने लिखे हैं. अ वेरी ग्रेट राइटर. ही इज वर्कड विद मिस्टर बंसाली बिफोर ऑन देवदास, एंड या it was 1.5 years of very difficult work. The most difficult character and the most difficult film I've shot. But as difficult as it was equally fulfilling. I've grown so much, evolved so much as an actor, as a person, and it's really changed me. Playing Peshwa Bajirao has been a lifetime experience for me.
रणवीर, आपसे
मेरा फेवरेट सॉन्ग मल्हारी हुआ करता था, और फिर आयत हो गया. आयत अब 1-2 दिन में हम निकालेंगे. इट्स एन एब्सोल्युटली ब्यूटीफुल सॉन्ग, रोमांटिक नंबर. अरिजीत सिंह ने गाया है. उन्होंने रामलीला में लाल इश्क गाया था. दैट वाज माय फेवरेट सॉन्ग फ्रॉम दैट एल्बम. एंड दिस वन, आई थिंक आयत इज रियली माय फेवरेट. तुझे याद कर लिया है आयत की तरह, अब तेरा जिक्र होगा इबादत की तरह. वाह.
रणवीर, बाजीराव मस्तानी का
दीपिका बताएंगी उनका फेवरेट सॉन्ग फ्रॉम द एल्बम.
ये मेरा सबसे फेवरेट गाना है. जब हम शूटिंग भी कर रहे थे तो sometimes music really helps in your performance as well. So I think Ayat is my favorite song.
एकदम दिल को छू जाता है सर.
रणवीर, आपसे कि बाजीराव मस्तानी का इंतज़ार सभी को था, लेकिन जैसे ही इसकी रिलीज़ का टाइम नज़दीक आना जा रहा है, इस पर काफ़ी लोगों का एतराज़, खुद शिवसेना और बीजेपी के कुछ विधायक जो हैं उन्होंने भी एतराज़ किया है, और बाजीराव और काशी के जो भी वंशज हैं उन्होंने भी एतराज़ किया है. तो इसके लिए क्या सोचा है जो संजय लीला भंसाली हैं उन्होंने, और आपने क्या उनको फिल्म रिलीज से पहले फिल्म दिखाएंगी, या फिर क्योंकि सेंसर ने बिना काटे सबको, किसी भी सीन को काटे हुए मेरे ख्याल से अप्रूव कर दिया है.
ये बहुत खुशी की बात है. We've got a youth certificate which is really amazing. Our whole team is very happy about this certification. I think जिस विषय पर आप बात कर रहे हैं, I don't think I'm the right person to answer it. I'm just the actor of the film, and as the face of the film, just fulfilling my responsibility of going to every platform to invite audiences to see our labor of love. बाकी ये जो है, I think the producers or Mr. Bhansali or the writers, I think they are the appropriate people to answer to these queries.
दीपिका, आपसे बाजीराव मस्तानी की जो लव स्टोरी है वो एक बड़ी लव स्टोरी में से काउंट की जाती है, लैला मजनू, हीर रांझा इस तरीके. तो आपको क्या लगा कि क्या ये लैला मजनू और हीर रांझा से भी बड़ी लव स्टोरी है बाजीराव मस्तानी की?
Well, I think that every love story is unique. So you can't say which one was bigger or which one was more iconic or which one was more epic. I think they've all somewhere sacrificed a lot to be with each other. तो मैं compare नहीं करना चाहूँगी, पर ये ज़रूर कहूँगी कि just the same way Laila Majnu Heer Ranjha inspired us when it came to love, I think Bajirao Mastani will also inspire all of us.
Ranveer and Deepika, you were part of a film earlier.
Hello sir. कैसे चमक रहा है? देखा, see your effect on people.
You were together with Sanjay Leela Bhansali before as well, and he's made some truly grand films.
Absolutely.
You started out the press conference today by saying you feel this probably one of his biggest films yet.
Definitely is.
Why do you feel that?
I think Brass Tacks, it's his biggest canvas. The kind of scale, kind of mounting, just straight up budget. It's his most expensive film, and it's his largest canvas. Wars, and he's dealing with subject matter which has such large scope. So the visual spectacle factor in Sanjay Leela Bhansali films is very much there, and it is true in the case of Bajirao Mastani more than perhaps any other film. The kind of detailing, the kind of frames, the whole magnitude of the big screen offering. Also, even at a very core story level, the emotion, the times and the lives of his characters, all the significant moments as there are in films, but it's a very universal story of love. So at every level, it's his biggest offering. In fact, you'd be surprised to know that every time Mr. Bhansali, after Khamoshi, every time he actually wanted to make a film, he wanted to make Bajirao Mastani, but he ended up making something else. So it's finally made and it's up for release. And I haven't had a chance to speak to him, but I'm sure he's extremely excited to show it to the world.
Absolutely.
I'm really sorry to interrupt. This will be the last question now.
There's one more question. But speaking about the songs very quickly, you launched the first one in Delhi itself, Dilwale Mastani, and I remember your quote, you said it's your grandest song probably yet. But each song, has been so different, and it shows, I think, in the music itself, you all have put in a lot of effort. Of course, the scenes, action scenes, romantic scenes are all there. But each song, I think you've tried to put in a lot.
Yeah, those songs are scenes in itself. Forget scenes; it's like a film in itself. That's the kind of extra something that you have to find from somewhere. I don't know from where it comes, but I guess So, so they have been very exhausting, and this has been the most exhausting film in every way possible. In fact, the first song that we shot was Pinga. And I'm glad that it started off that way because Priyanka was with me, and so we could kind of keep encouraging each other and saying, come on, we can do this. And you kind of feel like, okay, the focus is not only on you, and we're sharing the the difficulty factor. And then it just gets more and more difficult because as soon as I finished that, I had the Kathak song which I had to do, which I guess we'll release soon, or then you'll see it in the movie, which was choreographed by Birju Maharaj ji. And in fact, I was in Delhi for a week to do a one-on-one session with him. I trained a lot with him. And then we did Deepika Mastani, which was finally the last song for me. But you know, songs for Sanjay Leela Bhansali are like a film in itself. You know, the kind of mental strength, more than anything else, you can do all the rehearsals in the world, but the kind of mental strength that you need to be able to pull off a song because of what he expects from you, and the fact that it goes on for like 9 days, 10 days, you're wearing heavy costumes, it really, you know, you need to draw that strength from a completely different place in your mind.
Joshi.
Right, thank you everyone.
Just 1 second, yeah, I'm asking you.
Jyoti.
So, you know,
Last question.
You just spoke about the magnificence that, you know,
Divider
Bhansali
skill
brings in
walo.
his films, from the sets to costumes. You know, we were just reading some trolls online that his sets end up becoming the stars and stars look like the props. So as actors, what is the, you know, hard work and extra, you know, edge that you have to put in to make sure that the presence is felt and nothing clashes on the big screen?
Now I'm competing with the sets also.
Step.
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, you know, that is what you do as an actor. It's your responsibility to justify the emotions that the director asks you to portray on the screen. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. No, when we see the movie, कि आप set को देख रहे हैं कि मुझे देख रहे हैं. I think, but I would like to say this, that Mr. Bhansali, you know, every frame of his is very painstaking. It takes 4, 5, sometimes 6 hours to set a single frame. But I'll tell you what. Once everything is set and the camera starts rolling, he doesn't look at anything but the actor's eyes. So he's only looking at that window of the soul to see whether that emotion comes through to him and touches him somewhere. So I think credit to him as a director, as just a brilliant filmmaker who really, really knows how to extract the best performances out of his artists.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm really sorry. Thank you.
One last question, man. Are you guys worried that Dilwale is releasing on the same day? How worried are you guys? It's a big movie, Rohit Shetty's big banner movie. Shah Rukh and Kajol are coming. So, are you guys worried?
Is that a question we have to be asked every time? In spite of clarifying and saying that no, not at all. I think that I've worked with Rohit Shetty as well. Hey, nice song. I've worked with Rohit Shetty. You know, I know the kind of film that they're probably trying to make, and I can say that they're two completely different kinds of films. They're two completely different kinds of filmmakers. And in fact, as an audience, I would be so excited that this weekend, the coming weekend, I get to watch not one but two really big films. And so I would look at it like that, instead of trying to create controversy and trying to say, oh, this big clash between this one and that one. Why don't we look at it in a positive way and say, wow, you know, for the audience, you're going to get to watch two very, very different kinds of films, and that means more entertainment over the weekend.